Caroline.
Hello everybody, what's good, what's poppin'? It's your girl Caroline and I'm back again with another video. So in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a highly requested baby hair tutorial. The wig I'm going to be working with today was kindly sent to me by West Kiss Hair Company. It is a Brazilian straight frontal wig, and as you can see I already have my wig installed and glued down. I have a tutorial on that if you'd like to know how I do that. Since it's just a baby hair tutorial and I do show how I install my lace all the time, I felt there's no need to really show that portion of the tutorial. Here are the tools that I use to do my baby hairs. I either cut the hair with an eyebrow razor, or I will use these little cuticle scissors, and I prefer to use these two instead of actual scissors because I feel like it just gives a better look to the baby hairs. And of course you're going to need a little edge brush. Lord, I remember when we used to use toothbrushes back then to do our edges. Thank God someone got smart enough and made brushes specifically just for edges. As far as what I use to lay down my edges, I like to use the black Got To Be styling gel. That's just my personal preference and what works for me the best. But you can literally use anything that works for you. You can use edge control, you can use styling foam, eco styler. People use hairspray. I just like to use the black Got To Be because I like a very firm and in place baby hair look. Some people like a more softer, brushed out baby hair look, and for that I would suggest probably going with the styling foam. Now to the actual tutorial portion. So as you can see, I'm pulling out a thin section of hair. I try to pull out like the smallest section. If you want really thick baby hairs, then you can pull out more. It's all just preference, and for this video I want to go for more dramatic baby hair so you can really see what I'm doing. I'm going in with my cuticle scissors and I'm trying to show you guys that I like to cut at an angle. I make sure I do not cut straight across, okay? Don't cut straight across like that. You want to cut at an angle. So you want the starting point of your baby hair to be shorter and it gets longer as it goes down to the part that gets swooped into your hairline. Back into the hairline is longer, if that makes a lot of sense, right? So here I'm cutting in an upwards angle and I'm trying to make sure that I'm keeping the starting point of my baby hair short. For this one section, I forgot to go in with my hot comb to help me press down the section that I'm cutting out, because as you can see now that I've cut it, it's kind of just like gone missing back into the frontal. So whenever I go back in with my brush and the actual Got To Be glue, this long piece that I did not cut comes along with it. And whenever that happens, that's no big deal. I just go ahead and swoop the portion. I'll just use my scissors to kind of go back in and recut it, as you'll see me doing here. But I feel like with baby hairs, it's all about practicing and just keep going over and over again. I also use a combination of my finger to help me like push the hair down and to help me kind of create the swoop. So you're not just using the edge brush, you're also kind of using your finger to help you maneuver the hair and lay flat the way that you want it to. I didn't want to fast forward these few clips to kind of show you just how tedious and the time process can be, because yeah, even though I did section off some hair, I still end up going in and pulling out even more hair and cutting that hair some more. So it's okay if you swoop it the first time and you don't get it correctly, because even me, who's been doing wigs for quite some time, baby hairs are not my favorite things to do because it is a time consuming process. It's honestly really hard finding the proper words to explain what I'm doing exactly. So I think you guys will honestly get more off just watching what I'm doing. But just to go over the basics, right, you want to make sure you're cutting at an angle and not doing a blunt cut, because that's just not going to look right. It's just not going to give that natural, more of like a baby hair effect, you know. Another thing I want to say is that the hair that I'm not swooping out to be a baby hair, like the hair that actually goes back into the hairline, I'm also putting that edge control, whatever edge product I'm using, I'm using that to help me push the rest of the hair back to kind of give a clean hairline look. As you see right now, I'm pushing where the hair is at the parting space, and this helps give like a more natural, clean look to the overall hairline. So finally, I am satisfied with how that one baby hair is looking. As you can see where the baby hair starts, right, it's really nice and short, and the part that gets swooped back into the hairline is longer. But as far as like verbally describing what I'm doing, that's basically it. And with baby hairs, it's honestly just all practice. And like I've said in other videos, what I've done to kind of help me get better with my baby hairs is on Pinterest and Instagram, I do save photos of hairstylists that I really like how they do their wigs and stuff. When I'm installing my wig and doing the baby hair portion, I will pull up that photo and I will look at it and compare it to my forehead and kind of see what looks good and how they achieved that look. I would say another thing that affects your baby hairs is the plucking. If you know that you want like a lot of baby hairs, do not over pluck, especially in the front of the hairline. If you're someone who knows you want like minimal to no baby hairs, then you can definitely go in for a more plucked look. But if you're looking for a lot of baby hairs, girl, if you pluck all the hair in the front, you're gonna have bald spots. It's gonna look weird. So for me personally, I know that I like to have baby hairs, so I don't like to over pluck my wigs, because I've come to realize whenever I do pull out baby hairs, either I won't have baby hairs to pull out, or I just look like it's balding and I'll just have a receding hairline type of look, which is also not cute. So yeah, just another thing to keep in mind. But that's basically it for me talking to y'all. Well, I'm going to come back and give an outro, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you the rest of this side. I'm going to not fast forward, just keep it in real time. So that way, when those who are trying to learn can really look at this properly and just see my technique and what I do. And I'm going to come back once I am done. Okay, so now that I'm done, I've done both sides. As you can see, all this yucky white residue that comes with the Got2b glue. No big deal. I'm just using a bit of a wet napkin. I'm gonna go in and just clean up all of this sticky stuff off my head. I'll also go in with my tweezers and kind of just pick out any loose hairs that kind of just got stuck to my forehead and just go back in and clean up some parts. But that's really it with my baby hairs. I like to use this elastic. It's like, I think it's like a elastic waistband. I got this from Walmart. I prefer to use these over satin scarves, especially when I'm using Got2b. I feel like the satin just sticks to the hair gel and makes it really sticky. Sometimes the actual baby hairs are moving, and I feel like it doesn't work as effective. Using this headband works way better, and the edges are way more laid. So I recommend using this even if you're using like a different type of styling product. I prefer these over satin scarves any days. But yeah, here is the finished product once the hair has been straightened out and all of that, and it's been laying for a minute. And you know, as you can see, baby hairs is swooping, hair is looking laid. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in another one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out, Girl Scouts. Goodbye.